Hello, this is Viswanatham, formerly with NABARD, and now after retirement I'm staying in a retirement community in Hyderabad. So here we discuss about hobbies, and hobbies are really good for senior citizens for various reasons. Hobbies could be very many, but then some of them I can list out: gardening and playing table tennis, playing, caroms. These are the things, and yoga, exercises, and also writing, videography and photography. And then you have to have some sort of a hobby to keep you going. So in that connection, some of our colleagues from NABARD, we all wrote a book called Migrant Sagas. Similarly, another colleague of ours has written Healthy Years Beyond Retirement. So in this he discusses about various hobbies which are really useful for senior citizens. And I'm here, taking small video clippings for retirement community, particularly hobbies. In that connection I met Mr. Shankara Rao, who is a former colleague of mine, who is into writing, particularly Kannada poems, and also taking short documentaries and also films which will be useful to the society. So hobbies will help the retired people in enhancing their mental and physical activities. Thank you. Mr. Shankar Rao, it's really nice meeting you at Bengalur and coming along with you to Samanur Village. And I being your colleague, Viswanatham, known in NABARD, and post-retirement, how you are spending your time, and particularly in a city like Bangalore, you have some hobbies, and then how do you spend your time?
Yeah, as you know, I was working as a general manager, retired as a general manager in the technical section, and then I was looking after watersheds, rural infrastructure, land development and all. So it's a span of 30 years I served the rural community. And post-retirement, as you asked, it is a challenging one, being a busy person in the cadre of a general manager, then to be in the house. So I had inclination of writing scientific papers when I was working. Now after retirement I started writing in my local language, that is mother tongue Kannada. And somehow it all came out from the inside, the expressions of mine which was hidden regarding, you can see we are under the nature also. So while working also, the nature was my priority. So that thinking deeply on the natures, what we have given, the nature expects from me, has made me to think deeply, and the happiness or the sorrow after seeing in the life has emerged as poems and stories in my writing. So I have taken up the activity as a hobby first. Now I am almost a semi-professional writing these stories.
I see. Then apart from writing poetry in Kannada, is there any other interest in short documentaries or movies? I understand you were involved in one particular short film, and that is very popular. Can you just explain?
Yeah, sure. To continue with my literary activities in brief, I have published about 3 books on poems in Kannada and 1 short story book, and I am a part of some novels in a relay writing, and even we have attempted, as you know, along with you and other 11 authors of NABARD, a Migrant Sagas book in English also. This is in brief. And my stories, after reaching a certain stage, poems and stories have been published in various popular journals, weekly magazines in Kannada, like Taranga, Karmavira, Tushara and all those things. So that is in nutshell. Anyhow, I am writing in a modern sense of poems and stories. With in the poems I follow still the old pattern of prasa and all those things, giving rhymes, rhythms for that. So next, as you said, apart from that, we had our old friends from my hostel days, and college days. So we all started and continued to have a short film with social messages. We concentrated on the social messages. So all started in my first film called Sanchara Lahari, that is on the traffic rules. So that we started first film. Second was on my organ donation, which is a very important directed my friend. And as you said, the third one was a big success for my family, my daughter, son-in-law and grandchildren. I made a film on the right of education and right of living of the elders. So that is called Arunodaya.
That's
the
wonderful.
New dawn for the life.
I've seen that documentary. It's very nice.
And apart from that, what all the short poems are written on various aspects, I've made into a dance form, and my granddaughter has given a dance performance to those. And one of the song written on Shiva was a song by my wife, and then it's going to be danced by my granddaughter.
That's excellent. So what do you suggest, for some of the people who are going to retire, and then, whether such hobbies, apart from, of course, the routine in society, some yoga and things like that, but then creative activities like this, and then some social activities to help the people around, to downtrodden, like you said, education is important. One of your documentary dealt with education. So the presence here, our Surya Nursery and Primary School, I think, they are also trying to help the poor children. So your efforts, I think, to popularize education and the people to help will go in a long way.
In conclusion, I can say, after retirement, don't sit, because your brain will deteriorate if you don't start thinking. So any form, say, which is good for the society, like literary activity, or do some social work, involve with the NGOs, any sort, whichever suits you, your personality. Need not everyone, if you write, it's not possible. The expression should come out.
That's true.
And then that is one way to be alert, because after age progresses, 60, 70 and all, most of us becomes alone sometimes, or with maybe together, health issues, so many things.
That's true.
To come out of that, the physical exercise plus the mental exercise part is taken care from this activity.
Both go hand in hand. Thank you very much for your immediate response, impromptu interview and session here. It will go a long way for colleagues of ours who are going to retire and who will be helping the society like you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.